Sup YouTube family, it's your boy King Abe. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys the easiest trading strategy that you guys can start using as forex beginners. So if this is your first time on my channel, all I ask is that you give this video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and turn on the bell notification so you guys don't miss any of my future videos. Now without further ado, let's get this video started, and I will see you guys inside. We're going to be looking at this strategy on the 1 hour time frame, and we're actually going to be using two indicators for this strategy. But before I actually get into today's video, so if you guys want access to my signals on Discord, the link is going to be down below in the description. So all you have to do is just click the link down below in the description, and you guys are definitely going to get access. So looking at this strategy, what we need to do is, because we're going to be using two indicators for this strategy, and we're going to be looking at this on a 1 hour time frame, and we're going to be using GBP JPY, because GBP JPY is one of the pairs that I really love to trade a lot. So now we're going to be using two indicators like I said earlier, but we're going to be using Ikenashi candles, because if you look at these regular candlesticks, it's got a lot of noise. You can see the pullbacks, you can see the higher highs, the higher lows, the lower lows, the lower highs. You can see all that is just too noisy. Now if we switch to the Ikenashi candles, you can see how smooth the Ikenashi candles looks. But Ikenashi candle is a lagging indicator. That's why we're going to be implementing support and resistance with this strategy as well, because at the end of the day, without you knowing and understanding support and resistance, it's going to be very impossible for you to be a profitable trader. I'm not kidding you guys, I'm not capping at all. It's just the pure truth and the honest truth that I'm telling you guys now. Without support and resistance, it's going to be impossible for you to become a profitable trader. Now we have the Ikenashi candles. Now the final indicator we're going to use is going to be the 100 EMA, and we're going to be using this strategy on the 1 hour time frame. Now to add this moving average exponential onto your chart, you go here to indicators and you search for moving average exponential, and it's going to be right here. It's going to be this second one here. You click on it and then you just exit. Then you go over here to settings, and for the input you change the length to 100. For the style, you can use whatever color you want, that's your choice. And then you can also change the thickness if you want as well, and you click on OK. Now looking at this chart here, if we looking to take a buy position when it comes to the Ikenashi candles, now to get in a buy position, you have to make sure you see a bullish candle and price is above the 100 EMA, and you have to make sure that the bullish candle has no wick at the bottom. That's what you have to make sure you pay attention. And once you see that, you see a bullish candle and it doesn't have a wick at the bottom, that's your indication right there to get in a buy position. But before you get in, now we need to look for our resistance zone, and we see that we have a resistance zone here. Because why? Because support became resistance, because support is always going to become resistance whenever you're trading. That's just how it is. Now, to get in this buy position, obviously, we need to make sure that we see a bullish candle and there is no wick at the bottom. So we have this close here, price closed above our resistance. Now, there are two ways you can get in this buy position. You can get in once price closed above the resistance zone, or you can wait for a retest back to the previous zone, and then you can get in your buy position after that. Those are the two ways you can get in a trade, whether it's for a buy or for a sell. Now, we see that price closed above our resistance zone. Now, once we see that, all we're waiting for now is to see a bullish candle with no wick at the bottom. We're not going to get in a buy position until we see that. So now we can have our entry. So we can have our entry right here, somewhere around here, because this candle has no wick at the bottom. So we'll have our stop loss right below this zone here. So let's just say we have that for 35 pips right there. Now, when it comes to having your take profit zone, I want you guys to know and understand that whatever happens on the left hand side is bound to happen on the right hand side eventually. So for me, now I see that right here we have nothing but pure candles. So price has to do the same thing here on the right hand side, because it has to fill up these candles on the left hand side. So it has to do the same thing here on the right hand side. So I know that this is going to be my final take profit, but we also trading from zones to zones, because when it comes to trading, nothing is guaranteed, nothing is 100%. So I want to get some money whenever I'm trading. That's the goal. Nobody likes to lose. So I see that we have a zone here. I can target that zone there, and I see that we have a zone when I'm trading. This is exactly how I trade, guys. I target every single zone that I can see. And so if we did this, now we have this take profit here all the way here at the top. Here we're looking at 110 pips, and we have our stop loss for 35 pips, risk to reward ratio 3-to-1. So, and if we had done this exactly like this, you would have won this trade as well. This would have been a winner for us. We're looking at 110 pips. So this is exactly how you use this strategy to take a buy position. You have to make sure that price is above the 100 EMA and price breaks and close above your resistance zone. And for the Akinashi candle, you have to make sure there is no wick at the bottom when you're trying to take a buy position. And eventually, even though we got out our 100 pips and we're out of the market, eventually you can see price eventually got to this resistance zone here and eventually broke it as well. And because price is still above the 100 EMA, you could have got in this trade again as well. So let me just mark this. So you could have got in this trade as well, but this time around you would have your entry right over here, somewhere over here. That's where your entry is going to be, because remember what I told you guys, it has to be an engulfing candle, and also there must not be any wick at the bottom to get in a buy position. So you got in your buy position, you can have your stop loss below this zone right over here. We're looking at about 40 pips right there, and you just look for the next zone on the left side for your take profit target as well. So this is how you use this strategy to take a buy position. Now for a sell position, we need to make sure that price is below the 100 EMA, 100 moving average. Now, once we have that rule, now we also need to make sure that when we're trying to take a sell position, we have to make sure that there is no wick at the top. So we don't need no wick at the top. Once we have that met, then we look for our support zone, and here we have a support zone over here. So we have a support zone here because resistance became support over here. Now, once we have that right there and we have a break below support zone, you can get in your sell position or you can wait for a retest. Now, if you had waited for a retest, now you would have had your entry over here. Your entry would have been somewhere over here. This is where your entry would have been. Now if we're not waiting for a retest, we got in the position. So we got in the position, a sell position somewhere over here, because as you can see, this Ikenashi candle has no wick at the top, and I'll have my stop loss right above this zone. So I'll have that for 30 pips right there, and I'll have my target. I can have my target right over here because we have another zone over here. Now, if I'm trying to look for another, if I'm trying to get more take profit, all I have to do is to look to the left hand side again as well, and I see that I could also target this zone here. So I can target that zone over there as well, and if we had done it this way, we would have definitely won this trade as well. This is a winner. We're looking at 75 pips, risk to reward ratio 2-4. You got your winner and you're out of the trade. And if you're looking to get in the trade again, once you have your zone drawn out already. So now this became a support zone over here. So we have our support zone here, because price just wouldn't break this zone here. Now we're just gonna wait for price to break this support zone here, break and close below the support zone here, and we have to make sure that the Ikenashi candle has no wick at the top, and then we get in our position, and we could have got in right over here. Then we target our stop loss. Our stop loss could be above this zone here for like 33 pips. And to get your take profit, you look to the left hand side to look for the next zone that you can find, and we can see that we could potentially target this zone here, because that's a support zone, because we had a rejection over there. So we know now we can just target this zone here, and we're looking at, let's see, we're looking at 34 pips right there, and you have your take profit smashed right there. So guys, this is just how you use this strategy on whatever time frame, because this strategy actually works on all time frame, but I'm showing you this strategy on the 1 hour time frame because I love to trade on the 1 hour time frame. That's how I trade. I'm an intraday trader, so I only trade on the 1 hour time frame, although I always mark up my charts on the higher time frame whenever I'm really trading. I'm just showing you guys this strategy on how you can get in the buy position and the sell position on the 1 hour time frame. So guys, if you guys find value in this video, all I ask is that you give this video a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and turn on the bell notification so you guys don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you guys for watching. God bless you all, and I'll see you guys at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. I'll see you guys in my next video.